it has to identify the traffic signal. So if the car is self-driving, it doesn't mean that it can cross a red signal. So if there is a red light, it has to stop. So in order to stop there, it has to understand that red means stop and green means go. And of course, orange is the one in between. It has to understand, right? This system that it has to first off, it has to see. So that it needs to involve some cameras. That camera has to capture the signal and understand the signal and understand that if it is red, the vehicle has to stop, and if it is green, it has to go. So that recognition must be there. And then automatic emergency braking. If there is a pedestrian in front of the car, or if there is another car that is way too close to comfort, then the vehicle has to apply brake on its own by automatic means. Say for example, there is someone, say you are traveling in a linear direction, and there is someone who is cutting you off and trying to go this way. If you were accelerating, or if you, I mean, in most cases, if they are cutting you off without proper, proper methods, then it might be too close to your vehicle. So in that case, if you are accelerating, there are high chances that it might end up in an accident. So for that case, emergency braking will have to be applied. And okay, so there are, earlier people used to have like the rear view mirrors. Still, it is there, but a better version of that was using the cameras. But still, even with the cameras or the rear view mirrors, there are blind spots. So that blind spot has to be identified, and if there is any vehicle or pedestrians approaching in that blind spot, the vehicle has to understand and act accordingly. Okay, so these are some of the very life-saving and accident-preventing systems that gave the success to ADAS systems. So with the latest technology in place, the latest interface standards and vision-based algorithms and multimedia support, sensor fusion and what is it, vision co-processing, all of these concepts are merged together to be called as an ADAS system. So it has evolved from a position where it was just rudimentary, and now it is becoming uh, an entire thing that controls the whole car. So to start off the history about ADAS system, that it has been there since the 1950s. So in 1950s, there was something called anti-lock braking system, or ABS. You might have heard of this. ABS is nothing but, let's say, um, there is a muddy road, or if it is a rainy day, and you want to apply you are going at a certain pace, and you want to suddenly apply brake and stop right there. Let's say there is some vehicle before you, or the signal has turned to red. When it is skiddy, and if you apply brake, what do you think will happen? Yes, the brake. What will happen is the brake applied will stop the tires from rolling, but the tire, the tire stops spinning, but it still is not enough. So there is not enough friction between the tire and the road. So since it is raining, it is the coefficient of friction is less. So it starts skidding. So the tire has stopped, but it is still skidding on the road. So how will you stop it? So for that, there is something called anti-lock braking system. So this thing where the tire has stopped, but it is still skidding, right? This is called locking of the tires. So anti-lock braking system is trying to avoid this locking phenomenon.